Assalamu alaikum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. Hello students, how are you? I hope you are all in your best condition. Today students, we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is the derivation of quadratic formula. Before we discuss about the derivation process, I would like to tell you about quadratic formula, what is quadratic formula and why the quadratic formula is needed. First, what is quadratic formula? Quadratic formula is a tool to solve the quadratic equations. As we know, we can solve quadratic equations by factorization and also by completing the squares. And in spite these two methods, the quadratic formula is another tool to solve the quadratic equations. And the second one is why the quadratic formula is needed, whereas we have already two methods for solving quadratic equations. The answer of this point is that in real life problems, we can deal with the real problem of the life by converting them into mathematical form, and sometimes the real life problem is so complex so that they are converted into quadratic equations which cannot be solved by completing square and factorization method. Then we can use the quadratic formula to solve the such equations which are complex to solve by these two methods, which are completing square and the factorization method. The quadratic formula is a very simple and very powerful tool to solve the quadratic equations. And today our topic is to derive the quadratic formula, the general formula of quadratic formula, which are written here: minus x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. We have to derive this formula, and we all know the general or standard form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. The topic of today lecture is we have to derive from this equation, this general form to this general formula, and we have to derive this formula starting from this general equation. And in this process of derivation, we will adopt the method of completing square, which means we derive quadratic formula from this general equation by adopting this process. And all you know that the completing square is a very simple tool, very simple method to solve the quadratic equations, and this method has some specific steps, and we can name these steps 1, 2, 3 and so on. As we know, the first step of completing square method is that the coefficient of x square should be 1. First of all, you have to notice the coefficient of x square, it should be 1. If it is not 1, we have to divide the whole equation by this coefficient. So I would like to divide ax square over a plus bx over a plus c over a is equal to 0 over a. A is cancelled with a, x square plus b over a x plus c over a is equal to 0. And now the coefficient of x square is 1. It is the first step, that the coefficient of x square should be 1. If it is not, then you have to divide the whole equation by that coefficient, so that the coefficient of x square can be 1. Here we have solved the first step of completing square. And the second step of completing square method is that we have to transform, we have to shift the constant term on the right side of the equation, which means x square plus b over a x is equal to minus c over a. This is the second step, which is we have to shift the constant term on the right side of the equation. And the third step of completing set is that we have to half the coefficient of x. Whatever the coefficient of x, we have to get the half of that coefficient. Here is the coefficient is b over a. First of all, we have to multiply this coefficient by 1 over 2. The answer is b over 2a. This is the half of this coefficient. And after that, we have to take square, and this resultant quantity should be added on the both side of the equation. I repeat this step again. We have to get the half of the coefficient of x. For that, to get half, we have to multiply that coefficient by 1 over 2, and the resultant quantity is b over 2a. And after that, we have to take square, and the resultant quantity, we see that b over 2a whole square, and this quantity should be added on the both side of the equation. The result is x square plus b over a x plus b over 2a square is equal to minus c over a plus b square over 4a square. This is the square of 2a. And we see that on the left side consists of 3 terms, 1, 2 and 3, and these 3 terms can be written as the complete square of x plus b over 2a. The left side can be transformed into this form, and the right side can be solved. Here the LCM is 4a square. We will divide LCM by this quantity, and the result is 4a, and we multiply 4a by numerator, which is c, and result is 4ac plus LCM is divided by this denominator, and we see that these terms are exactly same. So after dividing this term by denominator, we will get 1, and 1 is multiplied by numerator, which is b square, and b square is multiplied by 1 is equal to b square. This is the right side, and we have we can write the right side as b square minus 4ac over 4a square. Now we will take the square root of the both side. X plus b over 2a under root is equal to b square minus 4ac over 4a under root. We can see that this term is a complete square of 2a. So after taking under root, this term can be result. This square root is cancelled by square, and result is x plus b over 2a is equal to b square minus 4ac over 2a. This is the under root of 4a power 2, 4a power 2. And now x is equal to this term, which is with plus sign on left side, is transformed to the right side, and after shifting this term to the right side, we will get minus b over 2a plus b square minus 4ac over 2a under root. And we can solve it by taking LCM. LCM is 2a. 2a divided by 2a, the answer is 1, and 1 is multiplied by minus b. After when this term 4a square is result into 2a, we will get 2 sign here. After taking square root, we will get 2 signs, which is plus minus. Here the plus minus 2a divided by 2a, which is 1, and 1 is multiplied by the numerator, which is in the under root form, b square minus 4ac So this is our required quadratic formula, which is derived from general equation of the quadratic equation by adopting the completing the square method. I hope this video and this derivation is quite easy for you. If this lesson is valuable for you, please like our video and share with your friends. I would like to thank you for watching this video. Assalamu alaikum.